Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. In our goal of keeping you apprised of the status of the closed case of State of Idaho versus Brian C. Kohberger as it relates to documents under seal in that proceeding, we have checked the docket. We were hopeful that there would be some ruling on an order that was filed a month and a half ago, and that was the court's order, the third order that he filed, Judge Hippler, October 16th, 2025, seeking parties' position regarding sealed documents. As the title of that order suggests, this is now the third in a series of orders that the court has filed after the case was closed. Back on July 23rd, 2025, there was still the remaining issue of what I have referred to as a virtual Mount Everest of documents that were sealed from the public during the more than 2.5 years that this case was active. The first order that came out related to July and June documents under seal. And after the parties provided their positions on whether documents should continue to remain sealed, should be unsealed with redactions, or should be unsealed with no redactions, the court released certain documents relative to that first order dealing with July and June of 2025. Then working backwards, the second order did the same with May and April of 2025. This third order, January, February, and March, dealing in part with all of those motions in limine and evidence that was under seal in those motions, responses, and replies filed during the first quarter. That was January, February, and March. That's the subject of this third order. As of today, there is nothing on the docket, so that matter remains still under consideration. The last item that we see in looking at the docket that was filed was back on November 13th, 2025. There were 3 orders, and that dealt with the matter of restitution that was the subject of a hearing before Judge Hippler on November 5th, 2025. Now, looking at the case summary page, there is also the matter of 2 more documents, yet another document filed under seal. And this occurred back on the 21st of November, when there was a document entitled Subject Document Motion to Redact or Seal, Newly Filed Record, to reconsider unsealing of certain records and motion to seal. The parties, which of the parties filed this, what this is all about, what is this newly filed document, what is whoever filed this paper asking the court to reconsider, all of this remains a mystery because this document is under seal, which then goes to the issue of when Judge Hippler announced he would be looking backwards, beginning with June and July of 2025. There have been other filings that were submitted under seal by both of the parties after July of 2025, including, and most recently, this document of November 21st. There were also documents that were sealed regarding restitution that were filed. So the question becomes, when will Judge Hippler get to items that were filed under seal after July of 2025 if he's working backwards? And might this process go on indefinitely if there are more documents filed under seal during the process that it will take the court to complete what was announced previously, going back from July all the way to the beginning of the case, which was December 29th, 2022, at the rate that matters are going now? When will something like this November 21st, 2025 under seal matter be released to the public? The other issue that we were looking for was the release of this November 25th, 2025 public record. This has a PDF icon next to it. It's called a request. States request for decision without hearing. This document, as the docket shows, still has not been released to the public, so the public, as with many matters regarding this case, is not on notice of what a document filed months after the case was closed, what this is all about. We're going to continue to monitor the docket and provide you with further updates regarding the unsealing of records in this case. If you have any comments, any opinions, any thoughts that you would like to share, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.